Good win. Yeah,
Impressive.
I'm pretty tired too. You were at the rally.
Yeah, long
How was
day.
that? Good.
Yeah, man, it was good. I mean, Trump was funny. I mean, he was spitting facts as he always does. I mean, that's what he does, man. He comes up with facts, saying
Yeah.
how the Demis is just a well-oiled machine, but they're coming to an end. So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's not looking. It's increasingly not looking good. Um, Pretty much ever since he's come into office, it's been different in a good way. And
yeah,
you all can thank your boy Obama for that. Um, he instigated him at the what was it, the White House press dinner or whatever, and yeah, he didn't look back. He didn't look back after that. So
yeah,
it was good to have him in State College. He
yeah,
looked
man.
pretty tired. I'll say that. He
He
was in
looked tired.
Michigan.
Yeah, he was in Michigan.
Trump, yeah, he did. He looked pretty
It,
tired. Yeah,
it was funny. Before there were a couple student speakers, like from Penn State, who spoke first, and then some congressmen and a congresswoman. I think I told you who it was. Well, who was it?
Marjorie
She's a
Taylor Greene.
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene was there, and she came from Georgia. She got the accent on her. But the one student was saying how Trump's in Michigan, and she finished off her speech with saying, "And as you guys know, I wanted to finish this off with Michigan still sucks," and it was just a good finish to it, man. The crowd was going wild. Michigan escaped a win with Michigan State tonight too, so that's funny.
Yeah, Ohio State. They barely won.
Barely,
Um,
man.
Even Texas A&M. I think they were up or they
They
were
were up.
down. They were down, and then I think they won. They pulled it out. But
Let me see.
yeah,
Yeah, 38-20, 38-23. They dominated them.
yeah. I think they were
Jesus.
LSU was up at one point. I don't know, but
They were up 17-7 at the half and got outscored 14 in the third quarter, 17 in the fourth quarter, and LSU only scored 6 points in the second half. So, yeah, pretty bad.
yeah, maybe that. I don't know what game I'm thinking of, but yeah. So box score. So first
Bo's
of
got
all,
that dog in him.
oh yeah, yeah. Bo looked good, but first of all, what I wanted to talk about real quick was there's like that whole thing with Franklin's catching some heat with freaking Robert Windsor, right? Is that Robert Windsor? And like there's people asking him about it.
Oh no, they're asking about the essay, the students. They're asking about the guys that got kicked off the team this week. That's what he was. They were asking about
Really?
after practice this week.
Okay, I thought it was the Robert Windsor thing.
No, it was because that's going through court now. It's going in the movement now with Jamal Lyons and what's his
Oh,
name.
so they're asking him about it.
The whole thing was dumb. So Penn State released a statement about them going through court because they're being charged with some serious stuff, and they started off with, "We're not going to answer any questions." We released a statement, and the Penn State. Uh, the people who cover the team were dumb enough to ask a question right off the rip, and then the guy came in and spoke for him and said, "Guys, we said we're not answering any questions, but if you have any questions on Wisconsin, we'll get to it." And then somebody asked it right after that, instantly asked the question again. So how does this look that these guys are going? And Franklin walked away just again because we just said it. Don't ask questions. He did it twice in a row. Like, what are you doing? And Franklin's not going to allowed to say anything anyways. He's not the one in charge. He has a boss. His boss has a boss. That all trickles down. He's not supposed to say anything. He has no reason to say anything. He didn't commit any crimes. So the players are off the team. They're being charged. They're out of Penn State. They're not at the school. Like, what do you want them to say? You know what I mean? So the whole thing was stupid.
I've seen Robert Windsor do his stuff, and then they're asking him about this stuff, and
Yeah.
literally all that happened was these guys, you can't say definitively, but they supposedly did what they did, and then
Yeah.
they were kicked off the team, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously there's going to be court proceedings for that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I support the athletics at Penn State. I support nothing outside of that. I do not Penn State as an institution, there's a lot of stuff that I don't respect anything really outside of athletics, the way they conduct themselves. So for the football team and obviously Penn State has a ton of lawyers that they're going to have defending them for whatever they need. And I hope that does go well for the football team, but the school itself, I'm definitely not you're
well, it's like that. It's like that anywhere. I mean,
you're not alumni, are you?
No. I mean, look at Michigan State scandal last year. Like, it happens at every school. Every school handles things a certain way, and nobody's perfect. And I know what you're saying. I agree. The athletic department, I'm all for it, but they're doing their job. So, and Joe did his job too. And the people who said Joe didn't do his job are out of their mind, because he did. So and that's a whole different story. But you want to get from Wisconsin?
Yeah. So box score, I'm going to pull it up, but we don't know what's going on with Drew.
His knee, something. But
okay, so I knew when he got that little sack there that when he was twisted up, I knew something was going to happen. He should have never, ever been in that position. The refs maybe could have thrown a flag on that, because it was over excessive what they were doing to him. They're trying to twist him down. And in that case, being that he was walking up and down a sideline just fine, I'm thinking it's either a meniscus, something internally, like it's not like a ligament of any kind. It's probably a meniscus or something, or something within the knee. If you're saying it's a knee, just that being that I studied some kinesiology when I was in school. I was a kines minor, so I know like some of this, quite a bit about anatomy, and like within the knee there, being that he was twisted up, I knew something probably happened. But the fact that so I can understand not bringing him back, because it's like a risk that you don't want to take. And they probably thought, we can win with Bo Prabiola. We can still win this game regardless, because this team is not good. Wisconsin is not good. They're terrible. And they didn't have their starting quarterback in. And the fact that he's on the sideline walking up and down just fine, I think he's okay. Like, I think it's nothing serious. They just want to be precautious. Like, just if you need to come back in, we'll bring you in. But I don't think – I think they just said, no, like, you're good. We're saving you for next week. Next week is like – it's make or break, man. Like, next season. So – or next week. And we'll get into that. But, good performance. Drew looked good. I mean, at the beginning, man, and they did this against USC – they showed a lot of flashy stuff. They looked really good, and then they sputter out and either don't get any points, or they get like a field. Excuse me. So that needs to change. But they're a second half team. But it can't catch up to them. Is my point. Like it can't let it catch up to them against a good team. So Allar looked good, but Bo had a touchdown. Katron had a touchdown.
Next catch, dude. Next one-handed catch, like good stuff.
Yeah, next catch was sick.
He has elite hands now, dude. He catches everything.
Yeah, and the fact that he's on the side of that building is like, I don't know. I just think that's so cool that he's literally on the side of a building. Like, that's awesome. They should do that. They should do that at multiple buildings. But 28-13. I mean, scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. That's a good way to finish. But Bo had one, Drew had one, Katron had one. So that's where, Jalen Reed, which
always steps up.
That's what our defense does. I mean, but Zaki had 10 tackles.
He was good.
Elliott had 5. By the way, today, I should say, one of Ohio State's defensive backs, they're out for targeting the whole first half of next week. So that's something else that happened today. But and they got lucky. They always weasel their way out. But overall, pretty solid performance, man. Didn't have any sacks, which I don't know. They're just not a sack team, man. They're not. I don't know why, but they haven't really had many sacks all year. I mean, Manny Diaz defense, they had like 3 sacks a game. So I don't know if that's like also strategic. Like we're not really going to try to sack the quarterback. I don't know, but yeah. But overall, pretty good, man. And Bo looked good. I mean, he looked as good as he can look, except for like that first drive. He looked as good as he can look. So.
Yep. Yeah, first drive I was like, dude, it's just the little mistakes, taking too long, or you gonna fake the run and run it yourself. Like the chemistry was off between him and the running backs on the first drive, even the second drive, somewhat. I'm trying to think. So the offense, you were saying like a lot of it comes down to bad luck too. Like Drew hits Julian Fleming on a wide open pass that takes us in probably the 5-yard line.
I think
Julian Fleming drops it. Yeah, he might have scored too. So he tried running before catching, which everyone makes that mistake at some point. Everyone's done it. But at that point in the game, like we need that touchdown there, man. It wouldn't have been as stressful with that touchdown. And then 4th and 1, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get this easy. Drew fumbles the snap, and it was just a bad sequence, 2 plays in a row.
We gave up that field goal at the beginning. I mean, we should have never given that up either.
That was lucky. We go to block the punt, and the guy it wasn't even a fake. He just like saw an opening and moved away and got the first down. So their field goal was lucky. That was whatever. But the offense did their thing. They went down the field. Like I said, Julian dropped a big pass, and like I said, bad luck occurred on that drive. Drew looked good until he got hurt. Also, Donada and Sutton barely played, so that plays a factor of no sacks. And Abdul Carter they were double teaming him. They were holding him. I mean, it's the same news every game with him. Like they're either holding him or double teaming him. So we were getting close a couple times, and QB would get out of the way and pass it. And their QB was not good. He was 22 for 42. That's not good. Most of his yards he got on that last drive that it didn't matter. I'm glad they didn't score in the last drive because it looks better 28-13 than 28-20 or whatever it would have been. Alonzo Ford, man, he stepped up. Did you see him? The Old Dominion transfer. He had 2 tackles for loss on that drive. That they got actually, it was the drive they got the field goal, I think. So that was good. I'm trying to think here. Harrison Wallace looked good. Liam Clifford had a couple good catches, man. Nick in the passing game. Tyler Warren was used when he needed to be used, and he bulldozes people, throws them off him. He had a pretty good game. Some of the throws that Bo made, man, when he's about to get just killed, he whips it right in there, and he made some really good passes. So I was impressed with that. Like you said, it could be meniscus or it could be MCL, which that'd be worse, right?
I don't think it was an MCL, man. But the meniscus, where it's positioned, I can pull up a picture.
MCL is close to the meniscus, though, right? In the knee.
Yeah. So the medial collateral ligament, the post. Sorry, I'm tired right now, so I can't think totally straight. But the PCL, posterior collateral, which is on the outside, the medial is on the inside because medial is towards the middle of the body. ACL is the anterior collegial ligament. The meniscus is inside the knee. So for me, like you'd rather have a meniscus, but they can all be pretty serious no matter what. I don't think I would almost have to rewatch when he went down to see which way his knee went. But I don't think it was an MCL, because if he was an MCL, man, he probably wouldn't be walking at all.
Yeah.
Because he would have no support. I think it's just like a little sprain.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, we need him 100% next week.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't have like a bum knee quarterback throwing the ball against Caleb Downs, Denzel Burke, like that. Secondary for Ohio State is like, that's not funny, man. Like that's
he won't be able to set his feet if he plays.
Yeah, so
But I think the doctors there, I mean, they probably made a healthy decision. Like he probably could play, but it wouldn't be a smart decision to play him. And I'm glad they pulled him because things could have got bad. You just don't know. It could have had a season-ending injury after that. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I think it was a smart move to pull him. At first, I was stressing because I mean our offense wasn't moving the ball. Well, not like we weren't scoring points, and then the pick six happened, and that switched the whole momentum. Which, by the way, he handed the ball to his mom, and they gave him a taunting call, so that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Maybe on sportsmanlike conduct, but taunting is not the right definition of what that was.
Yeah.
So stupid.
When I say dumb, I mean it was dumb that they gave him a penalty. He's just handed the ball to his mom.
No,
But
it's stupid.
yeah, as you can see here, okay, so this is the knee. So you got the medial. No, I'm sorry. What are we looking at here? Hold on. Okay, no, that is not the right one. Hold on.
Femur is like the worst. If you
I'm using freaking Yahoo. Dude, Yahoo, I don't know why, but I've tried to make Google my main search engine multiple times and it always brings back Yahoo, and Yahoo is horrible.
It's terrible. It shouldn't even exist.
It's so bad. Like if you Google like a picture of a bear or something, Yahoo will give you like the most random stuff. It's crazy. I don't get it. But anyway, all right, knee anatomy. Gosh darn it. Where the heck are we at here? Yeah, okay. All right, so this is the knee here. Hold on. Bear with me. Everyone. All right, so this is the knee. Okay. So you got the ACL, anterior cruciate ligament. I don't know what I was calling it. The LCL. You got the MCL. So I was calling it the posterior. Why was I calling it that? It's the LCL. So LCL lateral is on the outside, medial is on the inside. This is the meniscus right here. Okay. I'm sure you know this, Brett, but and then you got cartilage in here. So if he hurt his meniscus, that's just a like stability type thing going on. But if you have like damage to a ligament, like that's more stability because it's on the outside. That's why the ACL is so, like women, for example, they tear their ACLs way easier because they have a wider Q angle on their hip. So their hips are wider and their legs kind of go in and bow a little bit. That's why you see more ACL tears in women, especially like soccer players and stuff, because they're at a disadvantage the way their legs are. Now with men, either way, like because the ACL, why it's so bad when you tear it is because it's inside the knee. So that's why it's like ending, like while you're done for like the season, because they have to go in there, repair it, and then because it's in there so deep, like it takes a while. So if he had an MCL tonight, I think he would be pretty much shot. He wouldn't be able to walk around. Like he's literally around.
I don't know. Like I just know some of the muscles and ligaments and stuff in the knee. I didn't know like what it would look like if they hurt it. Obviously, ACL is one of the worst, and MCL is one of the worst. Femur is bad. Obviously, you shatter your femur, you're done.
Yeah, but like if he's walking around, man, he's probably has a sprain in here somewhere. But if it's his meniscus, then yeah, you never know, man, because JJ McCarthy, he's literally out for the season for the Vikings because of his meniscus. He's out for I think the season, if not half the season at least. But yeah, just to kind of break that down a little bit, that's kind of what you're